What's the most unforgivable thing a nurse ever did? She looked me dead in the face while I was struggling to talk and told me it was probably just a panic attack, and that's when I knew I wasn't getting help, but probably going to die. I'd been feeling off for weeks, with little things at first, like tingling in my fingers, dropping my phone for no reason, and forgetting how to hold my toothbrush like my hands weren't mine anymore. My smile started looking weird too, just slightly crooked in the mirror, and I tried to laugh it off and told myself maybe I was just tired or stressed. But then I dropped my lunch tray at school, and I didn't just drop it, I let go of it like my arm wasn't there, and everyone turned around like they were expecting some kind of explanation, and I couldn't give one, because I didn't know how to say, my body just forgot what it was doing. The nurse checked my blood sugar, told me to lie down, handed me water, and said it might just be nerves, but when I mumbled something without realizing it, she stopped smiling and picked up the phone. And 5 minutes later, there was an ambulance waiting outside. The paramedics were calm but serious, and they asked me to squeeze their hands, track their fingers with my eyes, and say a few words. And I tried to squeeze one of their hands, but nothing happened. Like my fingers got the signal, but didn't care. When we got to the ER, everything changed, and the nurse at the front desk looked at me, then at my age, then back at her screen, and told us it was probably a stress reaction, and handed my mom a form like we were checking in for a dentist appointment. My mom kept telling her this wasn't normal, that my face was drooping on one side, and my words weren't right, but they just told her to fill out the form and wait. But I couldn't even grip the pen right, and my hand kept slipping, and I messed up my name twice. When they brought me back, the nurse asked if I'd been stressed lately, if I had anxiety, or if anything emotional had happened at home, and I told her yes, because I was in school and tired and life was hard, and she smiled like that explained everything, like I'd given her the answer she wanted. They gave me fluids and told me to rest, and said they'd give me medicine to calm me down, and I was trying not to cry because I could feel something in my body wasn't okay, and I was sitting in the one place where people were supposed to listen, and no one was. But then the doctor came in, and he didn't sit down or ask questions, and just checked my eyes and asked me what month it was, and I told him the wrong one, and instead of worrying, he just nodded like it made sense, and told my mom that teenagers act differently under stress, and I was probably dealing with somatic symptoms, and she asked if we should scan just in case, but he waved it off like it wasn't needed. They gave me Ativan and told us we could go home, and said I was safe and would feel better in the morning. I tried to smile at the nurse when we left, just to be polite, but only half my face moved, and she saw it, but she didn't say anything. I went to bed that night and woke up an hour later with my mouth stuck open, and I couldn't close my eye or lift my arm, and I tried to scream, but it came out broken and soft, like I was choking on my own throat. And then my mom came running in, and she didn't speak, she just screamed and picked up the phone and called 911 again. The second hospital didn't wait, and they didn't ask about my emotions or school stress or if I'd been sleeping okay. They asked how long it had been since it started and what the first symptoms were, and they rushed me to scan so fast I didn't even have time to panic. The doctor came in quiet and told us I'd had a stroke, probably hours ago, and when my mom asked why no one caught it, he just looked at her and told her if they'd gotten me sooner, they might have fixed it. And I just sat there, drooling on my shirt, with half my face frozen and my mouth hanging open, and I didn't cry or even blink, because I physically couldn't move. And all that happened just because I didn't die fast enough for them to believe me.